been told I don't smile enough in my videos. It makes me laugh because I'm not usually as serious, but sometimes when I watch them back, they're quite intense. It's only because I'm from a place within and just it bubbles out. Then I forget to smile. So I'm going to try and smile more in my videos. So, today's thoughts, if you like, things I've been thinking about today. Permission. This whole concept of being programmed from a young age to ask whether you can do something. Now you can relate to this. If you're at school, you've got to ask a teacher. At home, you've got to ask permission from a parent. And so we get conditioned to ask permission. Even when we come into working, you know, when we get in adulthood and we get a job, well, there's still a hierarchy. And we've still got to have permission to do things. And I think anybody who then leaves that hierarchy, if you like, the conditioners are still there. We've still got the seek permission employee mindset. And I know I've had that for the longest time. I'm still unraveling it now. Where I know there's things to do, but it's things I don't really want to do. But if someone come along, or like a coach or a good friend, who's someone successful, whose word I respect, and say, "Oh, just do this, this, and this," I'd go and do it. I'm thinking, hold on, that permission story's just kicked in once again. And I was just wondering how many other people on this planet, and I'm pretty sure quite a lot, have been stuck in this mindset for so long where they almost feel like they can't do it for themselves. They've got to be instructed to do it. They can't just take the initiative and do it themselves. And I did struggle with this for quite a while. So when you're sort of free of that environment, you try and create it yourself. How mad is that? But I'll never get the life, the freedom, the mobility, the money, the wealth being financial or time, and I think time's much more important because we'll never get that back. Whatever that is, it just seems to be so different because you forget how free you can be. This self-authorization, if you like, where you can give yourself permission. You don't need to ask, you don't need to look elsewhere, whether it's even your parents, no matter how old you are, or peers or other people, mentors, coaches. The beauty of living and realizing that life doesn't have to be as challenging or as difficult or as hard as we have made it, as I have made it, in fact. It's quite daunting because I'm so programmed to think that I've got to work a certain amount of hours in the day. Or if you've got your own business, you work all the hours in a day, which then stresses the fuck out of you, to be honest. And then you just keep trying to do it and thinking, why is this not working? It's because it's not about working hard. It's about working smart. And for me, working smart is working in less time and being more productive. And give myself permission to get it done. Now today I've spent all day catching up on expenses which are way overdue. And I realised I hate this shit. And I've dragged it over a week and a half when I've actually decided, right, I'm going to do it, because of course I've got other tasks to do. I've got calls to make. I've got people to connect with. And that's more interesting to me than sitting down and doing admin or bookkeeping or anything like that. And I realised, what the hell are you doing? Stop doing it. Get somebody else to do it. Or make it easy so it's not so challenging. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm not looking for permission. I'm saying, okay, to have this life, what is my objectives? Right, list them down. What does my life look like? What kind of financial situation do I have to be in? And it's never as big as you actually put it. I think you really just have to realize that you need less. You have to stop wanting things and needing things and telling yourself you need this, this and this. You don't. Need less, appreciate more. That's the key. Require less, desire more. We're in this whole mode that stresses us out, that we keep telling ourselves that we need and require. And when we don't get it, we get ourselves stressed out. We don't need to be that way. There's no rule anywhere that says that's the way it should be. So for me, I'm now looking at, no, I'm not looking at challenges, I'm looking at how can this be easy? I'm sure it is easy. I'm sure I can feel a certain way that doesn't stress me out and that don't need permission. I can live life my way. How can life be easy? How can I create a life that is easy, that doesn't stress me? Stop looking at the things that I think I should be doing because that's just old conditioning, old scripts, old stories. And what can I look to do now where I can maximize my time doing the things I love and then minimize the stuff I don't like doing? Creating a life where I can desire more, but I don't require it. And if it happens, great. This is what I'm interested in. This is what I'm interested in. The whole self-authorization. Just allow yourself to do it. You don't need permission from anybody else to live the life you choose. So start living that life. And that is the biggest key to everything. Live the life your way, not anybody else's. Thanks for watching, guys. Until tomorrow, which is, by the way, video 100. We're going to treble digits tomorrow. I'm quite excited. So until then, catch you later. Bye.